What's up guys, just Messi here and welcome to a brand new video and welcome to a weekly dose of transfer news and gossip. And today we have got a lot of rumours to get through. A majority of them are based around Premier League clubs, but unfortunately that's just how the rumours are going right now. So before we get started, as always, if you can show support on the video by leaving a like rating, that'd be absolutely awesome and very much appreciated. If you're new to my channel, click the subscribe button for daily FIFA content, and in the comments below, leave me your thoughts on today's rumours and let rumours I should do in the next episode. And if you missed my previous video, it'll be down below in the description box. So starting off today, we've got a rumour for Manchester United. The player in particular is Victor Lindelof from Benfica. Manchester United have made tentative inquiries with Benfica over central defender Victor Lindelof, who's Jose Mourinho's priority target in the January transfer window, according to Sky sources. However, United will only be able to complete the signing of the Swedish international next month if Benfica fail to qualify for the knockout stages of the Champions League. Benfica have one match remaining in their Champions League group against Napoli on December the 6th. They told United that Lindelof will not be able to leave if they progress to the next stage of the competition. The Portuguese club currently sits top of Group B on 8 points level with Napoli and 1 point ahead of Besiktas. So there could be another Swedish player at United in the January window. Next up we got Rodr Guez, who is a younger Belgian player currently playing for Anderlecht, also linked to United. The Daily Star are the source and they're saying that Manchester United are set to send scouts to watch Anderlecht midfielder Rodr Guez, that they face competition from Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal and Tottenham. Now if you've played FIFA career mode before, you probably would have heard of this guy, as I'm pretty sure he has one of the highest potentials on the game, and I don't watch Anderlecht at all really. They may appear every now and then in the Europa League as such, but watching in Pro League, that's just not my thing. So Tielemans could be on his way to United. Next up is a series of players linked to Chelsea, and first up we've got Niklas Süle, who plays for Hoffenheim. And according to the Sunday Mirror, Chelsea are lining up a move. Chelsea are preparing a move for Hoffenheim defender Niklas Süle, but are likely to face competition from Everton for his signature, again according to the Sunday Mirror. I think last week I covered the Everton story, but now Chelsea are apparently in for him. Next up we go on to a couple of players from Fiorentina. This guy, Badel, and also a player next to him, Federico Bernardeschi, I think his name is. According to Calcio Mercato, they're saying that Chelsea are interested in signing Fiorentina duo Badel and also Federico Bernardeschi. The Blues would be willing to send Juan Cuadrado in the other direction to facilitate a deal. And remember, Cuadrado did play for Fiorentina before he went to Chelsea, and now currently on loan at Juventus, I think for like 3 years, which is kind of strange. I'm not sure how it's really working out, to be honest. But it's also not the first time that Badel has been linked to Chelsea. In fact, last week it was also rumoured. And now Middlesbrough target Neven Subotic has opened the door to a January move to the club after returning to full fitness. The centre-back had agreed a €10 million move to Borough in the summer, but a medical issue came to the fore and the move was shelved, although he has not ruled out a deal to eventually go through. There is an option, he told German publication Bild. Before then, there is still a bit of time. My concentration at the moment is if I do not play games and get on the pitch, I cannot offer anything for Borussia Dortmund or any other club in the world. That's why this is the most important thing now. Next up we go on to a massive talent that is Bazoa, I think that's how you say his name, from Ajax, and today linked to Chelsea and also Arsenal, according to Football International. Arsenal and Chelsea are both interested in bringing Ajax midfielder Bazoa to the Premier League in January, and I'm pretty certain I read the other day that Ajax have said to him he can leave in the winter window. The Dutch international, who has a £12 million asking price, could be available when the transfer window opens or reopens in January, so it'd be quite a good move for wherever he goes to. Very young talent, and we've quite a nice card for FIFA, as for 77 non-rare, his stats are pretty decent. And let's face it, £12 million nowadays for a Premier League club buying a young talent, it's not too much and not a massive risk. Next up we go on to Steven Nzonzi, linked to a Premier League return to Chelsea. According to Don Ballon, Juventus have joined Chelsea and Barcelona in the hunt for Sevilla midfielder Steven Nzonzi. The reigning Serie A champions remain in the market for a long-term replacement to Paul Pogba. So Chelsea aren't the only team in for him. In fact, so many teams are after him. It'd be interesting to see who he goes to, as he's a very solid player in real life and definitely excelled from his time at Stoke. And now, according to Scorker, Atletico Madrid are targeting Monaco winger Thomas Lemar amid fears that Antoine Griezmann will join Manchester United. The Spanish club will have to cough up a fee of £30 million, however. There are a few rumours here and there saying that Griezmann could go to United or the Premier League, so have to wait and see. Next up, we go on to Rodr Guez, linked to West Brom. West Brom will make another bid to sign Rodr Guez on loan in January, reporting the Daily Telegraph. The Baggies attempted to sign the Southampton forward last summer, but were knocked back by Claude Paul. Rodriguez has struggled to earn his place back in the team following a long-term injury and could be allowed to leave, with Hull City also interested. If you go back 3 years or so ago, just before the 2014 World Cup, that season in particular, he was incredibly good and unfortunately had a massive injury, which I think led into another one, and since then hasn't really returned back to his form, but hopefully he can get back to that. Next up, we go on to Wilfred Boney, linked to a move to China. The Daily Telegraph are saying that Stoke City could lose striker Wilfred Boney in January due to a clause written into his contract and his loan agreement with Manchester City. A few Chinese league teams are interested, and right now it would mean he'd be able to move to China and cancel a loan with Stoke. So I'm not sure what teams are interested, but it would also mean he'd probably be removed from FIFA Ultimate Team. Next up, according to the Daily Star, Antonio Conte has ordered Chelsea Chiefs to make a move for Atalanta midfielder Frank Kessie in January, in hope the 19-year-old rejects the move and advances of Juventus in a favour of a switch to Stamford Bridge. Another site has said that Juve are still favourites to sign him despite the interest from Chelsea, so either way, it's all have to wait and see what happens. And I think I watched him the other day. I switched on BT Sport and saw Atalanta versus Roma, and he played really well. And that in fact got him this informed this week on FIFA Ultimate Team. Next up, we go on to Kasper Dolberg, a youngster, a wonder kid, whatever you want to call him, currently playing for Ajax, linked to a move to the Premier League and Everton. The Daily Mirror are saying that teenage sensation Kasper Dolberg could make a January transfer to Everton, with the Toffees lining up a €23 million bid for the Ajax striker. I think he has like 11 goals this season or something, and also scored a hat-trick last week again to get an inform card this week. And it's a card that I have used and probably will have a video out in the next couple of days, but he could well have a very good career ahead of him. Next up, we go on to Thomas Delaney, also linked to Everton. The Sunday Mirror are saying that Everton have sent scouts to watch Werder Bremen midfielder Thomas Delaney, who's currently on loan at FC Copenhagen. I've actually used this card on Ultimate Team. I believe he has 5-star weak foot, so if it went through, it'd be a very good signing for Ultimate Team purposes. I'm not sure what he's like in real life. Also would get a hyperlink to Dolberg if he was to join. And now we go on to a brilliant centre-back that is Van Dijk from Southampton, a player that I really rate in real life. Like, Southampton have got a massive task on their hands to keep hold of him. The Daily Star today are saying that Man City are keen on signing Southampton defender Van Dijk, with Pep Guardiola believing he could be a replacement for Vincent Kompany, who, to be honest, has been injury prone for the last year or so. He keeps getting a new injury every time he comes back, and I'm not sure what it is. He's a great defender, just right now he cannot stay fit. As a Liverpool fan, we tend to try and raid Southampton in regards to their players, and Van Dijk I definitely would not say no to it, but I think Man City, they could go in for January move, and he only signed a new deal back in May, I believe it was, so he will cost a lot, like I mentioned before, like £40 million or so. But given the fact they've already spent just short of £50 million on John Stones, in the past £40 million for Mangala, they're not worried about spending money on a centre-back. Next up, we go on to Rajanayan Golan, linked to Chelsea again. And the source for this one is quite difficult to say. Head Newsblad, I'm not sure where it's from, but they're saying that Chelsea are set to make another bid for Roma midfielder Nainggolan in January. Conte will be willing to let Nemanja Matic join Manchester United if this one goes through. Now, I don't believe that for a second, because Matic right now is in fantastic form, especially in that 3-4-3 next to Kante. He's actually getting quite a lot of assists. I believe he got one yesterday for Pedro, and he's starting to find his form he had just 1.5 seasons ago. Next up, we go on to Isco, linked to a shock move to Barcelona. According to Mundo Deportivo, Barcelona will attempt to persuade Real Madrid midfielder Isco to move to the Camp Nou once his contract expires in 2018. It doesn't say anything apart from that, but I think with this one, Isco, I'm pretty certain he wouldn't go to Barca, because Madrid, if it came to that, I'm pretty sure they'd try and sell him before his contract even expired. Another player linked to a move away from Real Madrid is James Rodriguez, according to Tuttosport. Inter Milan are planning a massive transfer spree next summer as they target Real Madrid's James Rodriguez and also a player next to him, which is going to be PSG's Marco Verratti. But it would cost them a total and eye-watering 150 million euros, a crazy amount, but I think right now they have been taken over. They're struggling this season. They have so many different managers every single time, but I think right now they're trying to get some kind of stability by making a massive signing first. But they need to start giving the managers time because, to be honest, it won't happen overnight, especially given their current state and the lack of stability, really. Another player linked to a move to Italy this time is Yaya Toure. According to multiple sources, Juventus will turn their attention to Man City midfielder Yaya Toure if they cannot sign Axel Witsel from Zenit St. Petersburg. That is according to Tolel Ombardia, who report Toure would be keen on a move to the Serie A if approached, having previously been linked to a move to Inter Milan when managed by Roberto Mancini. He's finally starting to feature under Pep Guardiola after himself he apologised to him, mainly for the actions of his agent who didn't really help his situation at the start of the season by saying how Pep Guardiola, he doesn't really like him. Also said quite a lot on top of that. Next up we go on to Willian, linked to Manchester United. It is quite a short one from the Daily Express. They said Jose Mourinho is ready to make a £25 million bid for out-of-favour Chelsea winger Willian, as he looks to take him to Old Trafford. Now, as you probably all remember, last season Willian actually won the Player of the Year for Chelsea. The likes of Hazard, Diego Costa, Matic, they did not turn up whatsoever under Mourinho in particular, but Willian, he was very, very good throughout. But this season under Conte, he's struggling to get into the team. I believe at one point he was injured, but right now, Victor Moses has that right mid spot on lockdown, which to be honest is very, very strange to see. Next then, we go on to Dimitri Payet, another player linked to United. According to the Sunday People, Manchester United are set to make a big money bid for West Ham midfielder Dimitri Payet, while the Red Devils are set to scout Atletico Madrid winger Yannick Carrasco, who I'm pretty sure featured in last week's episode. Now we're going to the final one today, Alexis Sanchez linked to a move potentially to China. So a couple of sites and papers have been saying that Sanchez is weighing up a move to China as talks continue to stall over a new contract at Arsenal. Now I have mentioned over the last 2 weeks or so that Alexis Sanchez has been linked to a move away from Arsenal because of the contract talks kind of stagnating, and China, it could be a destination for him, although he's going to have to go pretty much anywhere in Europe. And another side linked to him today are going to be Inter Milan, according to Corriere dello Sport. He has previously played in the Serie A for Udinese, with Inter looking to get their form back on track after a stuttering start. This would not be a January transfer just like the Verratti and also James Rodriguez ones. They'll be in the summer if they were to happen. But personally, I cannot see it happening. So guys, that's covered all this week's big transfers and potential rumours. So as always, if you enjoyed this video, show support by leaving a like rating. That'd be absolutely awesome. If you're new to my channel, click the subscribe button for daily FIFA content and in the comments below and your thoughts on today's rumours and the rumours I should do in the next episode. And I forgot to mention, if you missed my previous video, it'll be down below in the description box. So thank you for watching this video and I'll see you next time.